Today we're going to be talking about Juvederm, but which Juvederm? Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Very exciting for both of us now because I'm going to be changing the way that we do the videos. Beforehand, you would see just one patient and they'd have just a boatload of treatment done and you'd follow them through that process. Instead, now I'm going to be talking about individual products and what they do. At work, I get a lot of questions about what's the difference between, I don't know, Juvederm and Restylane, or what's the difference between this Juvederm and that Juvederm? How do you decide which one it is that you're going to use? So I figured, why not just make videos about that instead? Because everybody's curious about it. In Europe, we have over 250 different types of dermal filler, so we've got a lot to choose from. I'm going to be taking maybe 10 different brands over the course of the next few videos and talking about them specifically. Within each brand, you'll have lots of different types of filler. So the first one that I'm going to talk to you guys about is one that I use an awful lot and you're probably really familiar with, which is, of course, Juvederm. I don't know if you guys know, but Juvederm, made by Allergan, they also make Botox as well and certain types of breast implant too. Within their dermal filler range, they have two different branches of filler. So they've got their Hylacross range, which is their sort of legacy product, and then they have their Vycross range. And they're different in their composition. Depending on which country you live in, you're probably going to be more familiar with one or the other because there is a cost difference to the provider involved in selecting the product. So sometimes if you're maybe going to a place that's slightly cheaper, then you're more likely to have the Hylacross product. That's not to say that it's a bad product because I still use it myself for various different things, but as you'll see, the properties of it are useful for a certain specific set of indications. So the first product that I'm going to discuss is Juvederm Volbella. And for all of you who are watching this in America, yeah, you can get this product there as well. So this is in the Juvederm Vycross range, which unlike the Hylacross range, has a combination of long and short chains of hyaluronic acid. So the first product that I'm going to talk about is Juvederm Volbella, which for all of you watching in America is available over there too, as it's FDA approved. So Volbella is part of the Vycross range, which is separate to the Hylacross range, and it has a combination of long and short chains of hyaluronic acid, which are all cross-linked together with BDDE. So let's just take a quick look at the product. And yeah, I am literally gonna squirt this out now onto a mirror and waste the whole thing. So Volbella has 15 milligrams of hyaluronic acid per mil. This only comes as a 1 ml product and it comes with a 30 gauge needle, which is perfect because then you don't have to mess around and change it. It's one of the really soft products and I tend to use it mainly in the more superficial layers of the skin for either fine lines, giving a bit of hydration. Maybe you could use it to fill out a fine line ever so slightly, and it's also very commonly used in the lips too. Some people would use it in the under eye region, however I personally don't like to do that because it absorbs a lot of water and you can end up with problems such as puffiness around the eye afterwards. There are very few products actually that I typically would use around the eye. One of the things that I really like about Volbella in the lip is that it seems to give almost a very low grade inflammation, which is kind of ongoing, and it can look quite attractive afterwards. You know, it makes the skin look a little bit more vascular and a little bit more puffy. So you can imagine you don't really want that property around the eye area. So let's go and just see a quick case. Let's do a lip injection. Here you can see me using it in the lip. It's a really easy product to inject because it flows very well. Like the rest of the range, it also contains 0.3% lidocaine, so it's a lot less uncomfortable with the addition of the lidocaine. You can experience some swelling after having any lip injection, but with the Volbella, I personally find that there's this period, sort of maybe 3 to 5 days afterwards, where there's, you know, a reasonable amount of swelling, but it does tend to go quite quickly. As you can see, in this picture, The result with the Volbella is very subtle. You don't see a huge change between the two, so it's perfect for people who just want to have a very subtle lip augmentation, or maybe somebody who's a little bit older and they want the product to seep into the vertical lines around the mouth, because this product, it won't stay exactly where you put it. It does spread, but that's actually a good thing in certain situations, and that's why it's important to use the right product for the right indication. In terms of longevity, it's hard to say. Maybe you'll get perhaps 9-12 months from this. In the lip, it's closer to 9. I would say in the rest of the face, maybe a little bit closer to 12, but it's very, very individual. It depends on the person. Well guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments or questions, let me know in the downstairs section below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video if you did indeed like it. See you later.